Okay, I'm doing a backbone today for you guys. And if my camera woman would come closer, I'll show you guys what I've done. These have come from the side of the backbone. I've cut them down like this and they come out in strips like that. Now, there's different ways people do it. I've done the slicing this way. I've went down and sliced into kind of steaklets, as you would call it. And you just take it down the bone there and you keep slicing down until you hit the bone and it just kind of slides off. Now this moose has been hanging for 3 days, so it's really perfect for slicing. Other people would slice it up the bones here. This is the ribs, and they slice it up and take the meat off of the bone. All we're doing is deboning the meat. You see how much meat this has? See how much meat? Just from this portion, that's how much meat came off. Now I'm going to show you how other people, I've found people do it different ways than I do. So this is another way I saw a person do, and they did it this way, which I found remarkable. Much easier than my process that I do. They just shave this part right off, which you see is much easier than what I was doing. I learned from my mother. My mother taught me how to butcher a moose. This process was from a younger lady, and she was really good at slicing her moose too. Thanks to Mr. Tony Alec, my brother, I've got the moose knives, and you see, when you have the perfect knife, you see how easy that is? If you had a dull knife, you would not be able to do this. And see, the fat on this moose is like incredible. Look at the fat, that just amazing. And I'm just going to take it off here and see. That's a different process of this. How many minutes do we have there? What, 2:48? 2:48. Okay, so I'm going to flip this moose over. Okay. So here's the other end of the moose. I'm going to show you how I did my process of taking it off. This is a big part of the other side. You see that there's not much meat. They start early here. All right. Oh, take a picture of my youngest student. My youngest student is sitting right here. And he is looking at me slice up a moose. He's been here since I started. He's been sitting there watching me do this moose. This is Darian Power, son of Mark and Savannah Power, who is my youngest student today. He's been sitting here since day one. Could you take a picture of the second item I'm going to do today? This is a chest bone, which I'm going to tackle after I finish the meat on this bone. We, as Nadutan people, we take every bit of the moose. We take all the meat. So Mr. Raven is not happy with us when he sees our meat bones in the bush. My mom used to take a saw and saw through each of these little pieces here. Saw here, saw, all the way up. My mom was tremendously good with her hands. She made steaks out of these guys. All the way down, these were steaks. I'm too lazy. I can't do it. I'm not my mom by a long shot. But thank you. This is what I wanted to show you. And later on, we'll tackle the chest bone. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye. I forgot about the other side of the moose, so I'm going to show you. You remember the other side we could go flanking? Well, this side of the moose is way different. It doesn't have the flanking procedure because it's the other side from the side that I did. So you're sitting there on the back end of it and you're shaving it down. Just around the bones. That's all you're doing is shaving it off the bones. And you get all this good meat. Now I'm gonna quiz you guys. And if any of you guys are on my Facebook, or you can tell Crystal Harwood or whoever is going to have this video, what do they make the meat out of? This backbone that I'm doing the meat on it. What kind of meat do they make? Like, is it a steak or is it a roast? Are they stew meat? That's a challenge for you guys. Tell me what kind of meat this is made into. Sorry, my English is bad. Okay. So this side is this side right there. So I'm just working from the opposite side and going down instead of doing my flanking steaks, which end up looking like this, steaklets. And this, I'm just making a fast process because it's easier. Sorry, Mom, but it is easier. But next time, when I do get another moose, I will come back and show you guys the procedure of sawing it down and making them into bone steaks. And that is it. Thank you. Hi, Ev. Look at this, my youngest student. And look at what I've done. That is the backbone. And I got some steaks out of it. And this long piece, I need your help. What do you want me to do with this long piece here? And I think I'm going to make marinated steaks out of this piece. So call me back. So we're back and we're going to tackle the breastbone. I got Richard brisket. Badayak. So I got my brother helping me out here. I'm going to take the meat off of it, and my brother is going to do the deboning of the brisket in a bit. But this is what he told me. This is what Tony Alec told me, Matthew Alec, is that you take this part off of the brisket. And this is a very tender part of the meat. Now look at how fat this freaking moose is. This moose is very fat. It's a fat guy. So I guess you take this part off. And this part of the meat is very, very tender, as I believe.
Yeah? You like that? Oh my goodness, is that good?
And my youngest little student is still watching me over there, Darian.
Oh, it's like do it there. Tony. Tony. Oh, sorry, let me get
So there it is. And this is a very good piece of meat. And this is a brisket that my brother Tony, Matthew Alec, is going to debone it for me, and I'll film it for you later. That's all. Thank you. This one is the neck bone. We're taking the meat off the neck bone now. This is for any of you out there that want to learn how to take the meat off of these bones after they take them up.
Getting tired probably. Big yawn. Shadow. That's a shadow. That's a shadow.
bucko.
Look at that beautiful meat there.
Boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Ah, teacher. Yeah. Oh, that's a place to me. Not me. Yeah, Mama, just about done, okay? Then you can be on the roof. Yeah, I know you want to go play around. Yeah,
I have my
Mama,
student
go to
worker
that
Breeze
roof.
here, taking my
Oh, how
shots
about
for
this?
me.
Where the baby go?
She's learning
Oh, the baby
as I
right
take,
there.
making my shots for me. She's learning as we do it. So the next time we get a moose, Breeze will be there again because we're orally taught to how to do this. So in the future, my little Breeze will know what to do. And Breeze, this is the neck bone that we're working on.
Boom. Oh, there's the baby. Oh. There's the baby. Oh.
Tony, how do you say neck bone in our language?
Bazool.
Bazool. That's what I'm working on of the moose. That meat is really good meat too. All of this meat that I'm taking off of the backbone, the neck bone, and the brisket are the tenderest meat that you can actually eat. It doesn't take much to stir fry this stuff. Slap it on the pan, stir fry it for a few seconds, and it's ready. That's how tender this meat is. Ready?
Boom. Boom. Boom.
It started.
Okay. So we're doing the neck bone. I lost the first video. I don't know what happened with my phone, but we took the meat off of the neck bone like this, and it just fell off. You just have to carve it off. So you just kind of. I have a really nice sharp knife, so it does it easily. So there we go. We got just get it all done up here. I just got my knife sharpened by Tony Alec there, Matthew Alec, my brother. This is the zool of the moose, the zoolans, and so I took all the meat off, and that's what ended up of the neck. And we came up with two nice, beautiful strips that I'm going to smoke. They'll be half-dried, beautiful meat. And that's all. Thank you very much. Okay, this is the last part of my video. This is the finished products. These became steaks. This one, this long piece I got from the one side, I'm probably going to put it into roast and steaks and stir fry. This one, as you see, has become a beautiful steak product. So that's what I'm going to make with that. Tonight, if everybody's lucky, I'll be healthy enough to make my special moose meat. I call it Margie's Swedish meat product. But I'll show you tonight what I do. But that's the bone. That's the bone with all, that's what ended up with the backbone, and that's all the meat I got from it. Pretty good, eh? So never throw your backbone away. We're gonna start on that one in a few minutes. Bye-bye.